on a Friday TGIF edition of the show, number one forum for Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Happy to have all of you join us here on a Friday. We appreciate you. We thank you kindly. As always, we're bringing you the show from the Magic City of Birmingham. We stream this to you through YouTube. Speaking of the channel, you know what time it is. You hit that subscribe button right now. You tap subscribe. You get locked in. You get locked on to your fresh Alabama content and entertainment. You hit that notification bell to make sure you miss nothing when it comes down to your Bama football. Also, smash the like button. Hit that thumbs up. Give us a like on the show. Raise those like levels up. We appreciate the support coming from all of you. Of a daily super chat go $100. Daily super chat go $100 right there. We appreciate that. Got a lot to get to this evening, Eli. A lot to get to here. We got the new EA Sports College Football 25 game. The trailer is out. Looks awesome. The game comes out July 19th. And even your Alabama football was represented in an epic way. We'll get to that. We'll get to Alabama football, some players training down there in Tampa, Florida with Yo Murphy, esteemed trainer for a second straight off season. And we even get to an unheralded name. And could this name have a really big, impactful season for Alabama? We also going to take your phone calls, 205-448-1358, the number to call in to let your voice be heard on the show, 205-448-1358. And one more time, 205-448-1358. Definitely want to hear from you. But Eli, let's get into it. Topic number one here. The everybody's favorite pastime, video game consoles, right, for most people. Whether your thing is PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 now, whether you're an Xbox person, whatever your console is, people's favorite pastime is playing NCAA college football on that console. I mean, Eli, you and I can remember all of the NCAA college football games we've collected in our time and how many times we played them. How many times on Dynasty mode we tried to go on to see if we can get our team to a national championship. I'm not going to lie, Eli. There was one time I took Boise State. At Boise State, Eli, went all the way on Heisman mode with Boise State to about 3 national championships. And, of course, in the video game, I got sanctioned by the NCAA. I don't know why, but they sanctioned me. But anyway, that's besides the point. The point is, people enjoy playing NCAA college football, the video game, and of course with the Ed O'Bannon case, that got taken away for a long time. But now it's back. It's back. EA Sports College Football 25 is back. It's in store, which will be on July 19th. And so many people, including you, the Alabama football fan base, you guys are geeked up. You guys are so excited. Get your hands on this game. Why? Because Alabama football is featured in it. One of the trailers that was unveiled today had Bama football in the trailer. It was Alabama versus Georgia inside Bryant-Denny, and it kind of gave you a 4th and 31 meets 2nd and 26 vibe where Jalen Milroe gets sacked on the play, and then you got the very next play coming up. It's a big, deep ball throw. And then you got Damani Jackson holding the ball out, turnover bell. I mean, it's cool. I mean, this is a dope trailer. This is a dope video. I mean, EA Sports is really whetting our taste buds to see, will the game live up to the hype of the trailer? And a lot of things in life, we've seen movies where, the trailer is so good, but the movie doesn't quite live up to it. We've seen where the sequels don't live up to the original. We've seen moments in music history where a remix doesn't live up to the original song. So we're asking ourselves the question, will will the actual game live up to the hype of a trailer? Because watching this trailer, I mean, Alabama football looks great. Doesn't it, Elon? Bama football looks so great in this trailer. I mean, this is giving me 2nd and 26 beats Gravedigger vibes right here. Jalen Milroe running around the pocket, gets sacked, and then the very next play throws a bomb downfield. Now they don't show you who catches the bomb being thrown downfield, but here's Jalen Milroe, throwing a bomb downfield. Then we got Damani Jackson, the ball out turnover belt. This is awesome. This is really cool. Hopefully this game gives us the same hype here and the same excitement and lives up to the trailer. But Jalen Milroe mentioned on social media how honored he is to represent the University of Alabama and being on the cover of the new EA Sports College Football 25 game. Milroe's on the cover. Quinn Ewers of Texas is on the cover. Travis Hunter of Colorado is on the cover. Quite a few guys on the cover here of this game, but Jalen Milroe is one of those guys who has graced the cover, and he is thankful for this opportunity. Definitely got to be a part of NIL in there, but I mean, this is awesome. I'm looking forward myself to, at some point soon, playing this game, getting my hands on it to see how it all work out. But he is just Milroe is just so thankful to be on the cover here of EA Sports College Football 25, the video game. But we're going to take our first break here on the show. Don't touch that dial. We're just getting you started here on a Friday. Upon our return, we're going to go on the phone lines. We're going to grab your calls, your thoughts, your conversations. We definitely want to hear from you, the Bama fans, after this.
TDA Plus is the all-new Ultimate Alabama Football package, perfect for any Alabama football fan. Not only do you get subscriber-only articles where you can stay up to date on everything that's going on with Alabama football, you also get our brand new video hub that features many podcasts and shows, including Steven's Report with Stephen M. Smith. With over 15 years of covering Alabama football, you get trusted information as Stephen goes in person to see the team come back and break down to you what he saw live in person. You also get the Way It Is podcast with Stephen M. Smith, where he tells never-heard-before stories and crazy situations that happened during his 15-year tenure of covering Alabama football. You also get Justin and Dex, where they break down recruits like you've never seen it before, with exclusive behind-the-scenes information and exclusive interviews with recruits. You also get Justin's Recruiting Bites with Justin Smith, where you get the best up-close and personal recruiting information and even talks to you while he's on the road going to recruiting events. Alabama fans, you don't want to miss this huge offer for a jam-packed experience for only $7.95 per month. Visit touchdownalabama.com and become a TDA Plus member today.
Remember the taste of Grandma's delicious sweets? Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes brings back those precious memories with just one bite. Each cake made from scratch. They make the perfect dessert to share with family and friends for any occasion, and ordering is easy. Visit emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Click the online store and shop. Then pick up your fresh cake at the kitchen in downtown Homewood. Order yours online at emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes, making memories from scratch.
All right, people. Here we go. We're back cooking to the action from the break. Number one form for Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA, coming to you on a Friday. TGIF edition of the show. My man Eli Walker in the production studio. Gotta show some love to my man Bill! Big Bill from New York with that $7 donation. Dropping that love in there. Appreciate my man Bill. Daily Super Chat go $100. Daily Super Chat go $100 right there. We appreciate that from all of you. Phone lines open, 205-448-1358 for number to call in. Let your voice be made known on the show, 205-448-1358. And one more time, 205-448-1358. Call segment brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang. And as you guys are getting your thoughts prepared to call in, cool call topic here, Eli. SEC Media Days coming back in July 15th to the 18th. We'll have media days live from the Alumni Hotel in Dallas, Texas. Media days is moving, people. Going from the Winfrey Hotel in Birmingham to Atlanta to Nashville, where we were at Eli, the Grand Hyatt in Nashville. And now it's making its way to the Omni Hotel this year in Dallas, Texas. SEC Football Media Days, July 15th to the 18th. Alabama head coach Kalen DeBoer. Student athletes will speak on the 17th, that being a Wednesday. That's going to be very intriguing when that rolls around. We're in the dog days of summer. Not much action happening, but we do get the news here. SEC Media Days, July 15th to the 18th. This will be the first Media Days without Nick Saban. Very interesting. First SEC Media Days without head coach Nick Saban at the podium there representing Alabama. We'll see how it all plays out. There was another super chat email that came in. Let's see who we got here to shout out. We got my man Waylon, the president, dropping in that $9.99 in the bucket. Appreciate Waylon helping us out here on a Friday to the show. Yes, SEC Media Days. This, of course, July 15th to the 18th, Omni Hotel in Dallas, Texas. But take another break right here on the show and touch that down. When we come back, you got Bama players, several of them, back in Tampa, Florida for another offseason, working with an esteemed trainer. We'll talk about that after this. We're out here at Alumni Hall in Tuscaloosa. Oh yeah, oh, man. Gotta get this. Gotta get one of these right here. Can't rock that Bam without this shirt right here, fresh polo. You gotta also rock the all pink, like Kanye West right there. Keychains, gotta get you some keychains. University of Alabama keychains. I'm telling you, if you are a die-hard Alabama fan and you're looking for some big-time apparel, this place has got everything. We're talking shirts, shoes, sweatshirts, hoodies, cups, mugs, keychains. If you're just a Tide fan that has an itch to get more apparel, get more swag in your game, you come right here at Alumni Hall in Tuscaloosa, right here in Midtown Village. And also you can shop online. The link is in the description to get your gear right here at Alumni Hall.
Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
And we are back rolling to the action from the break on a Friday. TGIF edition of the show. Number one forum for Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Continue hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, making this your spot here for all things Bama football. That daily super chat go $100 daily. Super chat go $100 right there. We appreciate that coming from you. But topic 2 of the conversation here, Eli, and you got several, or you have several Alabama players that are in Tampa, Florida, training with an esteemed or working with an esteemed trainer down there for a second off season, preparing for a big year in the fall. And that being one, Yo Murphy, who's in Tampa, Florida. Last year, Murphy had Jalen Milroe. He had Jermaine Burton. He had Kendrick Law. He had Kobe Prentice. He had J.C. Latham. He had just several guys down there in Tampa with him, working on things, training, going through footwork drills, athletic drills, speed drills, team bonding stuff. Yo Murphy had all the guys down there with him in Florida. And it paid off pretty well, Eli, I must say. I mean, yes, you did not end up with a national championship. I know that's the ultimate prize, but that bonding down there with Yo Murphy, it did help Jalen Milroe nearly become a 3,000-yard passer. It did help Jalen Milroe record 35 total touchdowns. It did help the team push through after a Week 2 loss to Texas to find itself, get to the Southeastern Conference Championship game. You dethrone a 2-time defending CFP national champion in Georgia. You do get back to the college football playoff after you missed the cut in 2022. The time spent last offseason with Yo Murphy, it did merit something. It did deliver something. So now you got several players back down there in Tampa, Florida, working with the esteemed trainer again, including 2 quarterbacks. Milroe and Ty Simpson are down there. There was video on Instagram, photos on Murphy's Instagram of Ty Simpson working on some things, crafting some things, perfecting some things. And it looks like he's gotten even bigger. And this is good because you want your top 2 quarterbacks in the room pushing each other. You want your top 2 quarterbacks in the room sharpening each other. You want a situation where it doesn't matter which quarterback we go to, we feel like we can win. Doesn't matter which quarterback we go to, we feel like we can win a football game, no matter which one. To me, kind of goes back to 2017 when you had Jalen and Tua. Although Tua gave you more in terms of the passing mechanics there, several fans felt like it doesn't matter if Jalen's the guy or Tua's the guy. We got 2 guys that can get us to a national championship. That's how a lot of U.S. fans felt, right? And so here we are here. You look at Jalen and Ty, Milroe and Simpson, you feel like you got 2 quarterbacks that can take you to a national championship and win that. So starting off with Jalen Milroe, as he's back down here with Yo Murphy, working with receivers, getting all of his passing things in line here. He's trying to show why he's one of the best quarterbacks in college football returning. You got so many media outlets right now that feel like Milroe will be in the Heisman conversation. He will be in the Heisman talk. You have some media pundits right now that believe that Jalen Milroe should win the Heisman Trophy, right? You have people like my guy Jim Nagy, who's the executive director for the Reese's Senior Bowl. He's got Milroe in the mix to be on Senior Bowl watch. And we all know those that go to the Senior Bowl, they elevate their stock to get drafted. We've seen this whether it's with Alabama players or players in other programs. That's Milroe trying to show and prove why he's one of the best quarterbacks returning to college football within this offense ran by Kalen DeBoer. When you look at Ty Simpson, he looks to show why he can run his offense. He is more than capable of running this offense. This past spring, he had the best statistical day of the quarterbacks out there. I think he went 7 of 12, extended some drives on some plays, was able to get out of the pocket, move around, throw the football, do some of those things that made him an electric 5-star coming out of Westview High School in Martin, Tennessee. You know, Ty was able to get out there and get on the run and extend some things. And you know, he's a guy that mental clock has gotten sharper. He's quick with the football, faster with getting it out, understands the assignment, driving the ball downfield, can run with this offense, can maneuver within this offense. In the second scrimmage prior to the A-Day game, Simpson really came out throwing the football, really came out excelling out there on the field. So you got 2 quarterbacks, and you have like a whole team down there with Yo Murphy, training, team bonding, getting better, being around each other, and with firm motivation because they're hearing the talk out there. Nick Saban's gone. He's retired. You know, Alabama doesn't have a chance. Saban's retired. There are 4 other SEC teams that have a better national championship shot than the Crimson Tide. There's no way Alabama can win a national championship without Nick Saban. They're hearing this out here. So here's the chance, for these players to have Lank Part 2. And they're getting ready to have this Lank Part 2. Bama is training right now to make sure it's in that national title conversation this season. They're training right now. And whether it's guys with Yo Murphy down there in Florida, whether it's guys like Jihad Campbell, who's with Coach Jay, with KBH Fitness, whether it's Justice Haynes, who's with his guy, Marquell Beckwith, with Beckwith Sports Academy, doesn't matter. These guys are working their tail off because they know we have got to not only get to the college football playoff, but we got to finish the deal and win a national championship. It all starts, getting to Atlanta to play for an SEC championship and winning that. But then right after that, getting to the college football playoff and playing for a national title. But really good seeing the guys down there in Tampa, Florida for another year, training with Yo Murphy, getting themselves together for the upcoming season in the fall. But we take another break here, folks. We'll touch that dab when we get back. We return to the phone lines. We grab your calls, your thoughts, your conversations. We want to hear from all of you. Light us up right after this.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care in support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99 and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today.
This is Chris Rogers, 2009 national champion. You are listening to the baddest, when I say the baddest, sports show in the state of Alabama. In my own words, yours truly, Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Don't touch that dial.
Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
All right, here we go. Back into the action from the break. Number one forum for Bama football news. In my own word, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Happy to have you all in here on a Friday. Eli Walker in the production studio holding it down. Continue smashing the like button, hitting that subscribe button, making this your spot right here. Daily super chat go, $100. Appreciate the support from all of you. We go to the phone lines to grab your calls. Call segment brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang, 205-448-1358. The number to call in, 205-448-1358. We grab this call. You're live on the show. What's happening? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Stephen, Bill from New York. It's good to hear your voice, brother. How you doing?
Man, Bill, I'm good, man. Excited right now. I know we're in the summer, dog days of football, just waiting on new news, different news to come out. But I'm really happy about this team bonding so far. The guys are down there in Tampa, Florida. They're training. They're getting after it. They want to get after this championship next season, or this upcoming season. I'm happy for all the guys that got drafted. All of those guys went to some pretty good spots, and a lot of them have made plays in mini camp, and well, now they're in OTAs.
Yeah, listen, and I agree with what you said about the quarterbacks too. Look, I'm so spoiled from the last four quarterbacks we had that I just have to get more confidence, and I'm getting it from what you're saying. I love the fact that Simpson and Milroe were in camp. I'm rooting for Milroe as hard as I could root for anybody. They say he's the first guy there every morning to practice. He's a religious kid. He's just such a good guy. You want him to win, and I think he can. But I wanted to talk to you about the lines, because I've been thinking about it, and I think that the lines really are going to determine what we do this year. Do we get Proctor? Is Proctor officially back?
Proctor is officially back. He's back with the team. He's back, and he's back for summer workouts. He's back for summer classes. So he's here. He's actually been with the rest of the offensive line. They have teamed up to work with one of the best offensive line trainers in college football. So that's what they are right now.
That's great. I'll tell you what I like about Proctor. You know, he because I wasn't thrilled about this move he made with Iowa. But what I like, Stephen, I watched that miracle touchdown pass against Auburn. I must have watched that 100 times. Thank God Auburn's so stupid, because they rushed two guys, and one of them Proctor's taking him on. How are you going to get past a guy that big with two guys? I'm saying, that's his freshman year. If he trims down and everything, he could be really special, because that guy is strong. He's huge, he's strong, and on defense, what worries me is like really the end position. Jaron Reed, we've had Jonathan Allen, we've had so many good, strong defensive ends. Do we have one now? Do we have one like a big guy with speed, Stephen?
Well, right now, the guy that everybody is so excited about and they want him to kind of take over that role is Keon Keeley. The coaching staff is so excited about him because physically, Keeley is built like Will Anderson meets Terrell Lewis. That's how Keeley is built physically. So physically, the tools are there for him, and they really want him to be that guy. Right with Keeley, I would go big James Smith from Carver High School, who came in last year as a freshman. He's got quick twitch from the inside. He can rush from the inside. He can create some mean havoc from the inside. So I'm excited for Keeley. I'm excited for James Smith. And then the transfer, LT Overton from Texas A&M. He wasn't properly developed by Jimbo Fisher, but I like what he was able to do this spring at Alabama. So I think LT Overton could do some stuff too.
Glad to hear that. When I saw Keeley, the little YouTube videos I saw on the guy, he reminded me of DeMarcus Ware, with those long arms. And listen, I think we're going to be good. We have the talent. You know what I mean? We got to out-muscle people. We got all these great running backs. But I'm going to let you go, Stephen. Like I say, it's great to hear your voice. You're the best. You're the best in the business, brother.
Appreciate my man Bill calling in from New York here on a Friday, getting us started here on the show. And like I mentioned, offensive line, Bama's going to be okay on the offensive line. To have Proctor back is huge. And I understand, yes, he went to Iowa, made a mistake there, figured out, hey, maybe going back home is not all it's cracked up to be. Got in contact with his teammates here in Tuscaloosa. Teammates are telling him, hey, man, just come on back to Tuscaloosa. Just come on back here. Comes on back here. You're going to have your left tackle position pretty much solidified there. At right tackle, you can go Pritchett. At right tackle, you can go Wilkin Formby. At right tackle, you got some options. You even have Naquil Bertrand, another transfer from A&M. You got options. You even got the Geno Vandermark kid that you just got in the portal from Michigan State, so you got options. Though Geno could also be a swing center as well. So there are options on the offensive line. With Coach Chris Kaplovich, what he did at North Carolina, Michigan State, Colorado, I know it's not the SEC, it's not Alabama, but what he was able to do at those different programs as an offensive line technician, it'll be interesting to see what he does here with this group. Defensively, I think if Alabama can get the push in the middle of that defensive line, Tim Keenan, Jaheim Otis, Keeley, guys like James Smith, LT Overton, T.M. Smith, Jamarian Latham, Damon Payne, Jordan Renaud, if these guys can get a push consistently in the middle of that defensive line, then that's going to allow those linebackers to have some serious fun and that defensive secondary, despite it being young, to make some plays. So both sides of the line going to be pivotal here this season. But a call topper, we go to one. Tua Tagovailoa, former Alabama quarterback, entering his Fourth year. Yeah, his fourth year in Miami. Wait a minute, 2000, between 2020, 21, 22, 23, 20. Yeah, his fifth year, my bad. Fifth year. Is it fifth or fourth year? I think it's fifth. Okay, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, fifth year in Miami, fifth year in the NFL. His fourth year, though, as a starting quarterback. I think his fourth year starting quarterback. So for Tua right now, after the year he had last season, where he stayed healthy the whole season, played a career high 17 games, started all 17. No head injuries, no neck issues, the mixed martial arts, it worked, right? He led the NFL for passing yards last season, 4,624. Tied for fifth in touchdowns with, he was first in passing yards, 4,624. He tied for fifth touchdown passes with 29. He was in the top 5 in several categories, quarterback position, made the Pro Bowl as well. Tua is looking for the right contract from the Dolphins. Dolphins are looking to give him, according to reports out there, a $200 million extension. They're trying to get him into that, $50 million a year range. They're trying to get him into that $50 million a year range because the Lions just paid Jared Goff. They just gave Goff an extension. Now, Goff, of course, has been to 2 Super Bowls. He's been to a Super Bowl. Goff, of course, has been to a Super Bowl. Goff, of course, has won playoff games. Goff, of course, has taken the Lions and made them no more of a laughing stock of a program. Tua has got to get there, but what he has done, he's proven he can stay healthy. He's proven he can lead the league in passing yards. He's proven he can be one of the top goal-getters in terms of touchdown passes. He's proven that. He's proven that, hey, when I'm healthy, I can operate in a high-octane offense. I think the next step for Tua is going to be when you play against playoff teams, caliber teams, in that tough terrain, can you handle that? That's Tua's next step. When you go to Foxborough and you play the Patriots in the cold, when you go to Cincinnati and you play in the cold, when you go to Pittsburgh and you play in the cold, when you go to areas where it's not always sunny and you have to find a way to pull it out, when you go to Buffalo and you have to play in the cold, which, by the way, Eli, one of the first games for Tua this upcoming season is against Josh Allen. So there you go. So that's going to be the next phase for Tua. If Tua can show people he can play in any type of terrain and have success with it, it's going to be big for him. Right now, he's looking for the right contract. Talk about the Miami Dolphins. But taking our final break here on the show. On Touch That Down, when we get back, we wrap things up with this discussion on there's an unheralded player that could be in for a monster season. Who is that guy? We'll wrap up after this.
I'm Malachi Moore, and you're watching In My Own Words with Stephen M. Smith on Touchdown Alabama YouTube channel.
Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
What's going on? This is Benny Bice. I'm the founder and owner of Touchdown Alabama. And you guys are supporting one of the only independent outlets covering Alabama football today. No other sports, no networks, just Alabama football. Roll Tide Roll.
All right, folks, we're back into the action from the break. Number one ticket for your Crimson Tide football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA on a Friday. Appreciate all of you guys checking out the show on this evening. We thank all of you. Continue hitting the like button, smashing the like button, hit that subscribe button. Make this your show, your spot, your platform for all things Crimson Tide football. But Eli, discussion time here in this one. You have an unheralded player for Alabama. Not a lot of people talking about him, this particular player, but he's got a chance to have a very impactful season. He's got a chance to have a big year on this team, primarily with this defense. And who can I be referring to? I'm referring to none other than Devonta Smith in the defensive backfield, the defensive secondary. So why do I pull him out? I pull him out because he's got potential. He's got potential. He's got a skill set, a good one. He's got upside. Devonta Smith, people forget, he came out of LaSalle High School, Cincinnati, Ohio, former 4-star in the 2021 class, right? This is a guy that's battled through some injuries, had some tough setbacks, but when he's on the field, he brings you energy, he brings you toughness, he can play the football, he lays the wood, he's physical with it, he can cover. The guy wants it. He wants it out there. He wants it out there on the field. And, last year, if not for a foot injury in August camp, he would have been the starting free safety. People forget that. Yes, Jalen Key got the start, but that was because Devonta Smith had a foot injury in fall camp. Smitty doesn't have the foot injury, then Smitty is the starting free safety. But he ends up missing several games a season ago. He comes back during the latter portion of the year. He does play in the SEC championship against Georgia, made some plays in that game, and he's seen carrying the SEC sign off the field. And just the utmost joy and excitement. And here's a guy that Kane Womack mentioned. He's got the frame to play in that Husky position because that spot is required to do a lot. That spot is required to come in and run support and stop the run. That spot is required to come on blitzes and get after the quarterback and hit home on those plays. That spot is required to, match the pass patterns, match the quarterback's eyes, be physical for tight end even. They're asking for that Husky position to play a big role here. And with Devonta Smith's level of physicality, he can do so. He can do so. And I just look at, Malachi Moore had an explosive freshman year, right? And then he went through some injuries, 2021, 2022. This past season, he bounced back, looked to have regained some of that freshman form. He bounced back. He made plays, right? So now you look at Devonta Smith, a guy who came in highly recruited, who came in highly touted, who came in highly skilled, just had some bad injuries there. And it's football. That's what happens. It's a contact sport. He had some bad injuries there. Now healthy. Now full go. Teammates believe in him. Coaches believe in him. He's going to be a guy that's going to play a marquee role in this defense. Now, yes, ultimately, in the years to come, Red Morgan is going to be that guy. But as of right now, I think Devonta Smith and that Husky role pays dividends here for the Crimson Tide, definitely due to his knowledge and his knowledge of the system, the playbook, how he's caught on to everything, and just the way how he has filled out to the culture of Crimson Tide football. But as always, people, you want the best in news, notes, information, entertainment on your favorite program, that being the Alabama Crimson Tide. You can get this by accessing the Touchdown Alabama magazine app. You download the app if you're rocking. If you download the app from the iPhone App Store if you're rocking Team Apple, or the Google Play Store if you got the Android phone. For your audio needs, check this out. We got you on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, or iHeartRadio. We got you covered right there. Got to appreciate all of you, the Bama fans, for checking us out on this evening. All of the super chats, all of the phone calls, all of the donations, all of the conversation, the energy that you provide here on the show. We appreciate every single last one of you for that. Even in the dog days of summer still providing to you the much-needed content on Bama football. Be sure to subscribe to touchdownalabama.com. Do that right now. Subscribe to touchdownalabama.com. Get you that subscription today. We got you taken care of, whether it's in recruiting, freshman recruiting, transfer portal recruiting, whether it's with this current team, the current roster, the current coaching staff, or whether it's with Alabama guys in the NFL. We got you covered on all facets. touchdownalabama.com. You also need to subscribe to TDA Plus. We got exclusive articles, exclusive videos, exclusive content that you're not going to find anywhere else. You talking about Alabama football. So you subscribe to touchdownalabama.com and you get to TDA Plus to get all that action right there. But till next time, folks, husbands, love your wives. Wives appreciate, value those husbands. Children, continue doing the right thing, fun thing, smart thing, good thing, legitimate thing to not be bored there. You get yourself those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. You protect yourself. You protect the loved ones around you. The next time, folks, I'm your man Steven Smith, and you've been listening in my own words.